Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a fun way to support the channel is by leaving a thumbs up, by commenting, or by subscribing if you are new here. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. The cryptocurrency space right now is just madness and actual insanity. Of course, I will explain. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says technical analysis, Bitcoin regains strength. Why 100 SMA is key for more upsides. I'm not sure where the bulk of this volatility, this insanity is actually coming from. For those of you who were at your computers, looked at your phone at some point yesterday, you might have noticed that prices were rising, and they were rising pretty gosh darn well. I mean, this was no more than, to be fair, about a good 14 hours ago at this point. But one of my friends noted that prices for many coins were up anywhere between 3 to 9%. Some other coins were going up by 18%. This one says right here, Bitcoin stock to flow is unaffected! Exclamation point. Major event coming up for BTC. Watch out for these levels. For some reason, about 2 hours ago at the time of me making this video, prices took a very strong U-turn from where they just were even a couple of hours ago. This one says, Plan B says November's $98,000 Bitcoin target will probably be the floor model's first miss. I'm not sure why, but for some reason right now prices are dropping, and I mean like dramatically dropping, not like a trickle downwards, like some of them are going straight down in a line. There is no news at the time of me making this video as to why this is taking place. I assume it is a cumulative effort of everything that we've been hearing this week. Yeah, a lot of people are actually quite shocked. Plan B's model has been relatively accurate for about a good year and a half, 2 years, depending on how far you want to stretch from when people first heard about him. But the fact that we are supposed to be at $98,000 in about 5 days is also maybe that's not going to take place. Plan B admitted that his worst case scenario in terms of BTC's price movements is about to be proven wrong for the first time. The analyst model forecasted a $98,000 price tag for the asset at the end of November, which seems somewhat of a long shot as of right now. Without having to read through all the rest of it, he's been relatively correct before. I mean, he may have been like $1,000 off, but if we had hit $97,000 per Bitcoin, no one would be like, hey, where's my extra 1,000? If you kind of want to put it that way. Yeah, not really sure what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. There's a lot of regulatory news, a lot of politicians who are now coming out of their bat caves to talk about how they don't like cryptocurrencies. A lot of other countries are talking about what's the word? I just woke up. If you couldn't tell, a lot of them were also discussing the downfall of the dollar and how that could affect their currencies, and should X country consider prohibiting cryptocurrencies. There's the news from India, which I assumed would not have a major effect on our market, but this could also be, I mean, people keep continuously pushing out news. Once again, I'm not sure who creates a lot of these articles for the cryptocurrency space, because there's so many articles within the crypto space about the India thing, and directly in the titles of the articles is like, should you be scared? Are you scared? We want you scared. And it's like, stop trying to scare people for these stupid things. Like the articles, remember, I think 2 or 3 days ago, we were discussing that eToro is going to be delisting Tron and Cardano just for people within the United States. There's still articles being pushed out about that news. And I mean, like, it's like, will the coin dump? Is the coin going to dump? How far will the coin's price go down? Are you holding this coin? It could go down. And I'm like, why are you? I think it must be fear articles that maybe people click on more. I don't know, people's click-through rates. But it's really sad. Like, it's a continual fear campaign until prices are going up, and then all these websites switch immediately to like try and make people happy. I don't know exactly what's really taking place, but yeah, this is going to be a major discussion for a while now. Everyone has been looking to Plan B for his cryptocurrency Bitcoin price models. That's why I said like this one's also quite weird, because this was the one that hours before all this happened. It says Bitcoin stock to flow is unaffected. I looked at prices and I was like, okay, why not? It says Ethereum looking stronger than Bitcoin as Ethereum holds crucial support. Ethereum price analysis. Ethereum bulls resurface, attempt to trigger a fresh rally. This was all happening no more than a couple of hours ago. Like the prices were like spiking. Prices were all across the board spiking back up, and for some reason things are moving downward. Ethereum gains momentum. Dips turn attractive in the near term. Also in price news, I'm not sure if you can even call this price news, but people keep referencing the price of said coin, so I guess it's price news. It says Shiba Inu surges by 18% as meme coin hits 1 million holders. This was one of the other coins that, took off last night, as it was announced by the Shiba Inu team that there are now over 1 million wallets, 1 million people who are holding the coin. Apparently everyone completely lost their mind. Dogecoin rival Shiba Inu becomes first meme coin to list in South Korea. I think South Korea is one of those very few markets where they only allow specific certain coins to actually enter into their territory. I think we also had news no more than 2 months ago that Cardano was finally being listed in South Korea as well. And this one says Shiba Inu's price may take another 2 months to eliminate another zero. For those of you who have not seen all the Shiba Inu news over the last year or so, the idea is every time that there's a price pump is to kind of drop another zero from the other price so that they can continue moving towards 1 cent, as 1 cent, as far as the last I heard, is supposed to be the top of the top for the price, and therefore everybody wants to get it to a penny. I saw some people talking about $1 Shiba Inu. I'm not sure what planet they're living on, but alas. Yes, very weird price news. That is currently what's going on at this time. What I've seen before, as many times as I've been looking at the market, if there's a very heavy push down, like an immediate push down, it's usually trying to establish some type of a floor. As Bitcoin is currently falling, all the other coins are also falling. And if at some point we trigger some type of a buy order level where Bitcoin bounces off of this and continues moving upward, this is usually a good indication, but we kind of have to see how far things continue to dip, because I was shocked at how much it's falling right now. Very weird market, very weird times. And without further ado, let's move on. Also in the news, and it's not that this shouldn't be news, but I'll explain in a couple of seconds. It says the Bitcoin network already processes more volume by dollar value than PayPal, and the largest decentralized cryptocurrency network in the world by market cap could outstrip MasterCard as early as 2026. I don't even have to read anymore. For those of you not looking at the screen or even at the title, it says Bitcoin overtakes PayPal on value transferred. Sight set on MasterCard. This was said in a report. Bitcoin has done more transaction value over the course of the entirety of the year than PayPal. This is usually measured on a quarterly basis. I think Bitcoin, maybe it says it even in this one right here. No actual number at the moment. But Bitcoin has passed by the amount of value that is normally moved back and forth on PayPal. I don't know if people forget very easily. I'm not sure if, I think people just honestly forget quite easily. That's the only thing that I can tell myself in my head. Does anyone else remember this? Anybody else? Nobody? I'm sure a couple people must remember this. This is an article from 2018. It says 26th of August, 2018. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says Bitcoin transaction value passes PayPal at $1.3 trillion. This has already happened. There were a number of articles. This was one of the most popular news stories of the day. I only have 2 tabs up here because, nonsense. There were an enormous amount of websites discussing, talking about, celebrating the fact that Bitcoin has overtaken PayPal. And I'm like, this has already happened. Do you remember when this happened? What was the announcement that came out after Bitcoin had completely surpassed PayPal in transactions? PayPal started accepting Bitcoin. That's right. Yep, that's when it happened. So I'm not really sure. Like I said, it's not that this is not significant news. It's more of a every time that something happens in the cryptocurrency space, people keep reporting on it as if it's the first. I can't remember. There were 3 other things in the last 2 weeks alone. People report on these things as if it's really the first time ever that we're hearing about these. This is the reason why PayPal got so heavily into Bitcoin, because they saw that they were no longer relevant and would continue to be irrelevant as time went on. Why do you think MasterCard and Visa have jumped onto the cryptocurrency space? If you read through the actual articles, it says in just 12 years of Bitcoin being around, we've surpassed so and so and so. Yes, these companies realized that before. If they realize that Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin is now a third of the way to hitting MasterCard and Visa's yearly transaction value, volume, whatever word you want to use. I'm sure they've all gone through that as well. And they say, hey, within the next 10 years, it'll probably pass by us. We should start accepting it or integrating it. And that's exactly what took place. So, yes, one of the most popular news stories of the day. I wish I could have a light discussion with people who write these articles, because I want to know what's going through their head as they write these things. It could just simply be this is also from 2018. I wonder if it's just like newer people who are writing the articles and they're new to the space and simply they don't. But you would assume that someone writing an article for any website who is a journalist or something would at least do some type of research. But anyway, cool. Bitcoin has once again this year passed by PayPal. I assume this will continue happening forever and ever as Bitcoin continues to get larger and larger. But yeah, fascinating, right? The news is so weird these days. It just doesn't, a lot of it's all over the place. People keep reporting really weird things. There's so much like extra Elon Musk news, and like there was news earlier. So for those of you who weren't here, the guy from Ripple is now like hating, air quotes, on Dogecoin because he thinks he doesn't like it and he doesn't want it in his portfolio. And somebody else was like, will he say something about Cardano? Is everyone in this space like so juvenile that you need like dumb news now in order to like to maintain your attention for more than 5 minutes? It's a very weird, I'm not sure. I'm telling you, it's something in the air. It has to be some type of, I can only like, remember the original Batman movie? It was like 1989 or something like that. I keep thinking of the Joker for some reason, like releasing like a psst into the air and everyone just kind of losing it because nothing else seems to make sense right now. I think people are losing their brains for whatever the reason might be. Anyway, that's the news that we got from 3 years ago happening again today. And let's move on. Also, in very popular news, it's a little cringy, but it's still okay. Footwear and clothing company Adidas has announced 2 new crypto endeavors with Coinbase and The Sandbox. On Wednesday, Adidas stated that it partnered with Coinbase. It revealed little about the nature of the partnership, ending with the tweet, "Probably nothing," which is a really weird, annoying meme. If you haven't been on Twitter, and stay away. I'm telling you, if you haven't, just don't do it to yourself. People keep partnering with cryptocurrency exchanges. Probably nothing has become the new hodl of this year. We're like, hey guys, we've partnered with Kajupajup company. Probably nothing. And it's like, no, it is. Just tell us. Like, you're not building any extra hype. Like, just tell us exactly what's going on. Like, no one, Coinbase confirmed the partnership and replied, "Good morning. Welcome to the party, partner." Cringy. One day earlier, Adidas took note of the Ethereum-based virtual reality game, The Sandbox, and suggested that it would build something in the game's virtual parcels of land called the Adiverse. It appears that Adidas already owns property on the Sandbox, and its name can be seen on a parcel of land at these coordinates. I'm not clicking on that. It is unclear whether it purchased this land or whether the land was granted or allocated by the... they bought the... Anyway, and it says, are both efforts connected? No. I'm sure it has nothing to do with anything cryptocurrency. I'm sure them partnering with the largest cryptocurrency exchange on the planet and a cryptocurrency, virtual reality, AR, digital metaverse has nothing to do with each other. I'm sure it's completely unconnected. So the news is Adidas has land in the Sandbox. I assume they're going to build a sneaker museum gallery. It's probably also I think I know where it's going. For those of you who missed it about 3 or 4 months ago, Nike is also heavily hinting, I don't know why they're hinting, like we get it, that they're going to be in the metaverse as well. The idea being that in the future, we'll be able to have NFTs that are also wearable. So you'll be able to have digital Nike shoes and Adidas shoes and hats and ponchos and whatever else people are wearing outside these days. So I assume that Adidas is doing this. Okay, I got it. Adidas has partnered with Coinbase. This is my assumption, by the way. It has a partner with Coinbase in an effort to be able to have an actual partner to be able to transact money back and forth, because they're probably going to build an online store in the Sandbox for people to be able to buy digital collectibles. And the only way that they're probably regulatorily able to do this is through Coinbase, as Coinbase has all of the paperwork and stuff like that for this to actually go through. I'm sure this is it. I can almost feel it. It'll be some kind of a store. Like, they're not simply buying land to be like, hey, we got digital land now. So that's probably it. And look for that announcement sometime within the next couple of weeks. I don't know when they're going to do it. Woo, yeah, that's the Adidas news. Slightly popular. I was actually quite shocked because I assumed this would be all over the place. But not really. Anyway, that's the Adidas is buying up digital land, and it's probably nothing. Joke news. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, I don't even have to read through this one. It says JP Morgan has listed Ethereum as a better investment than Bitcoin. This is like the 13th time that this has happened. I mentioned to all of you before, whenever a company has outright said that Ethereum is better than Bitcoin, if you look at the actual time frame, that company has usually gotten into the cryptocurrency space when Bitcoin's price was $1,000 or $2,000. For those of you who were not here many moons ago, the idea was back then that Bitcoin's price was too high. We have to find an alternative, and that alternative was Ethereum. And a lot of these companies started buying up massive amounts of Ethereum, and these are the people now, not to say, once again, we know that Ethereum is the most used blockchain on the planet. I'm not saying that Ethereum's not amazing or fantastic or spectacular, but you understand what it's a lot of, I won't name any rich people names, but these are the people who go on TV and say, well, Ethereum is far better because they got Ethereum at $1. So that's kind of JP Morgan's idea, that Ethereum, and I mean, we keep getting this news of Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, Ethereum becoming the number one coin, Ethereum doing this. If it happens, it happens. Kind of go for it. If your coin is good enough and you can do it, please, by all means. I think any coin that would pass by Bitcoin would basically become king of the universe, because I think, that's a huge feat to actually pull off. It's just more so, there are a lot of other competitors to Ethereum who are still right around the corner, and Ethereum needs the merger, the upgrade, Ethereum 2.0 to kind of remain relevant, because, $250 transaction fees are not cutting it. So, yeah. And I mean, also JP Morgan anything is also a little slimy. One week they hate the cryptocurrency space. It's full of crimes and scams and yada yada. And then the next week we get all these news about like price predictions and how high these coins are going to go and what they're looking into. The next week it's Bitcoin's terrible. Bitcoin needs to be regulated. The next week it's, we're thinking about looking into Bitcoin. So they have their own motives. Anyway, tying into the Ethereum news as well, in the like hyper popular news that seemingly will not go away. It says Ethereum has burned more than 1 million Ether over the last 3 months. 111 days ago, that is not even that long ago, the Ethereum network implemented the London hard fork, which gave us EIP 1559 that changed Ethereum's fee rate to a new scheme that makes the crypto asset deflationary. Since then, 1 million Ether has been burned. This is equivalent to around $3.8 billion worth of Ethereum. That is absolutely insane. I assumed it would take over a year for this to happen, if not a year plus. But alas, 1 million Ether has been burned. According to calculations and numberlations and stuff like that, Ethereum is now officially deflationary. Once again, people also thought that would take a little bit more time as well. I assume this has to do with the excessive usage of the network, and I can only assumption that whenever we do sometime get Ethereum 2.0 and, transactions are 1,000, 10,000 transactions per second, this number will only continue to rise. Not the most exciting news, but it was quite popular and all over the place as well. I think this is also it right here. Yep. EIP 1559 has burned 1 million Ethereum. Not really much more to say. It's an enormous amount of money. Yeah. Oh my gosh, something in my eye. Why does that keep happening every single time? Like every time I blink, like something just flies into my eye. It's not the nicest thing in the world. Alrighty, let's move on. And to finish things off, that was basically all the news, like the actual news. I told you I'd start bringing you like the other, I don't want to say nonsensical news, but other stuff that also makes it into the news that really, I don't want to say it shouldn't be news, but you understand what I'm saying. It says Uzbekistan will allow residents to trade cryptocurrencies on local exchanges. Apparently, up until now, residents were only allowed to sell their digital assets. I don't know how they were able to even then buy them. And there's going to be new provisions, also regulations about the issuance of tokens and their listings. Sure, cool. Why not? I'm glad that people there are able to finally trade cryptocurrencies. I want to have a discussion with like the regulators and like actually ask them, like, I know they'll never admit it, but like, what are they afraid of? Like, what is the actual fear of cryptocurrencies and like people being able to use their own money? I don't really understand, because I'm also going to assume it was also very difficult to acquire said cryptocurrencies, nonetheless only being able to sell them. But I think that's another discussion in and of itself. On top of that, it says South Korea's Financial Services Commission proposes strict regulations for token issuers. Countries are now at the point where they're trying to make it so that if you do create a coin at all, that you have to go through them. Not exactly how the cryptocurrency space works. I understand their ideas behind it, but it's only going to push people further into decentralization to make sure that none of that even becomes an issue for the cryptocurrency space. There's also discussions within South Korea to like, I think they want people to like start recording, I think every NFT transaction that they do, or like any type of movement of NFTs. There's like discussion of like a KYC thing, or like KYF, like know your friend movements. And there's also like a tax bill. It seems the word isn't illogical, but you got to understand, like, no one's going to want to do business in your country at all if you keep making all these rules. And I mean, fiat currencies already aren't looking too hot. So it is also ties into the other next one, like a bit of a country hop, if you will. It says Thai lawmakers urge to approve tourism crypto to entice digital nomads. We went over this months ago, months ago, and I made fun of it then, and I'll make fun of it now. They're trying to create their own coin. This will not be a cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrencies are decentralized and have no head of state. They are not run or controlled or ruled by anyone. This is going to be a digital token or coin. They're trying to make something called the Tourism Authority of Thailand's coin, or TAT coin, literally TAT coin. And it's, where's the actual thing? Yeah, and now awaiting government approval according to local figures. Anything that needs government approval in the cryptocurrency space is not going to make it. I'm just telling you and telling them outright. I'm going to assume that there's no Thai lawmaker watching this program. If you are, hello. I hope you're having a sunny day. I assume it's warmer than where I am. Just understand that this is not going to work. The entire idea is they're trying to, it says, entice people or digital nomads to come to their country. You know how you do that? Really, and I mean super, super simple. Make it easy for them to be able to get a visa to be able to enter your country or stay there for longer than 3 months, anywhere from 3 to 6 months to a year, as long as they can prove that they have a digital online working job is a great way to do it. Also, young people don't want another digital coin that your country's created that is going to be even more surveyed than your actual paper currency. I'm going to assume that every single movement of this tourism coin is going to be followed and pinged, and you're going to know exactly what people are buying when they're going to buy it. Simply accept Bitcoin, Litecoin, other digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, at your local stores, or even better, you can make it so that if someone can prove that they work online with a digital job, whether it be YouTube, digital art making, I don't know what other digital jobs there are out there, that they not only have a lower tax fee, but if they are registered in your country as a digital nomad, that you make sure that that money goes directly to infrastructure in your country or other things in your country that actually need the money that would not have had that money unless these people had come to your country to give you money. You understand what I'm saying? That's how it works. So this is going to be the same as every other central bank digital currency. I do not understand. Do you think that people are going to go to your country? Hey, do you guys have any of that TAT coin? Start using this coin every day on a daily basis. Unless people are getting a 20 to 25% discount in your country, no one's going to use that coin. I don't know how to make that any clearer. So yeah. Regulatory approval. Like, it's not the 1920s. This also reminds me that in some sort of, listen, stop. This reminds me in some sort of way. Remember, like, having to like go to different countries and be like, where's the exchange office? Because you have to go and exchange your paper money for other paper money because, you know, governments. Like, do you have to go to Thailand? I'm sure. No, I'm sure this is how it's going to work. You have to go to Thailand, go to the appropriate office, probably have to enter your information, scan your phone for them to like actually send you the cryptocurrency. And then I'm sure once you leave, you probably have to give it back to them. That's how you get digital nomads into your country. Like, make it enticing for them. Young people don't want another coin. It's like, notice how we no longer hear anything about JP Morgan coin or Citibank coin. These people really believe that people simply just want a digital method of sending money around, like that. You know, it can be anything. Anyway, sorry if I sound a little annoyed. I'm tired of stupid news. Like, it's every single day. It's just really, really weird. Like, I don't understand. And you know that there were like 13 people who don't even use the internet sat in a room trying to figure out exactly like what they could do to get young people into their country. It's not difficult, I promise you. Lower tax rates, easy visas. I've heard great things about Thailand. And I think the last thing that people want is, especially because I'm certain that the TAT coin is definitely going to be a stable coin. So, just going to throw that out there. Anyway. Yeah, that's the news. Very weird. This entire week has been very odd when it comes to the news. Nothing is coherent. I know that coherent isn't the right word, but I'm going to use coherent just because it fits a lot better into exactly incoherent as to how the cryptocurrency space is right now. Anyway, yeah, see the prices? I don't understand what's going on. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University, and let's move on. Chris, Hakeem, Wilkins, Empire Queen, Stake It with Valor, Fud, Wiser, Mortified, Roman, Gaba, Bitcoin, Ben Arachno, Dave, Tony, Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plum Tomato, Umnu, Wish Nikki, the letter M, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way, Lay Crypto, Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos was like, Mobarazi, Jojo Shawshow, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grole, Lauren De Silva, Quarter Bitty, Bear Bones Mining, Troy, All Good, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Patrick Nasser, Conan Oska, Black Day, Snacky, Chantolik, Banana, Suspicious, Agile, and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila Dahani, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyer, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, Bibliophobia, Todd, Mullis, Adam, Grace, Mohan Maroni, Massive Ventures in Thailand, Jared China, Wise 9, Owl 242 to the World Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cody 3D, Damien, Set, Sooner, Richie, Richard III, Land, The Impaler, Paxis, Nick Man, Jello, Voted, Jim Garner, Jimmy Fox, Minty Coins, Miller, His Chess, Everyday, and Kowski, Leg Day, Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime for this, March Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Macho, Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayola, Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your continued support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Hello to you out there. Thank you to everyone who clicked the little join button below. Thank you to everyone who has left a like, a comment, has subscribed, or is just supporting in any way that they deem fit. At the moment, Bitcoin is down by 3.5%. Ethereum is down by 3.6%. Binance Coin is down by 4.1%. You can't even really see the movement upward. Like on this chart, it was really choppy, and then everything popped up last evening, and for some reason right now is moving on down. I think I saw one or two coins that kind of buck the trend. Crypto coin is down by 20%. I assume the hype of the stadium. Shiba Inu for some reason is down the least. I wonder what's going on there. I don't assume the energy of a million wallets is holding it up. If I can say that. Decentraland is down by 15. Filecoin is up by 7. Guess a lot of people are filing stuff. Sandbox is down. Wow, everything's like shifting like crazy. Sandbox is down by 13. Cosmos is down by 11. The Graph is up by 4.8. Okay, Graphy. And besides that, yeah. We will see what happens as the rest of the day goes on. I can only hope or assume something awesome will take place. Prices, at least of the top coins, should not be down at all. But alas, here we are. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that it is definitely Friday. I assume a lot of you are still sleeping off your Thanksgiving food, so I hope you did enjoy it. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.